It has been a freaky Friday already here at the track Too Tough to Tame, as no fewer than 14 cars have experienced spins or contact with the wall. Rookies Brendan Gaughan, Michael Annett, and the veteran Jason Keller, these three guys having to go to backup cars at the back of the pack. We mentioned that rain had washed away qualifying. They have lined up by owner's points, which puts Kyle Busch on the pole, and beside him Ryan Newman driving for Kevin Harvick Incorporated on the outside of row one. Now, while you watch to see where your favorite driver is starting, let's visit with our in-race reporter, the driver of the Delphi Chevrolet, Brad Keselowski, starting back in 8th spot.
Hey, Brad, Rusty Wallace up here in the ESPN booth. You got us?
10-4, got you, Rusty.
Brad, I'll tell you what, man, there's been a lot of crashes today in practice. Does this really affect the way you're going to run this race tonight?
Yeah, without a doubt. These cars at these style racetracks are very difficult to drive. You know, I use the saying that the Nationwide car, it drives great until it starts to slip, and then you just wreck. You don't even get a chance to recover it. So, you know, hopefully that won't happen with our Delphi Chevrolet, and we'll be able to keep it 400 straight, stay out of those wrecks.
All right, man, I really appreciate it. We got an ESPN mailbag question right now. It comes from Clay in Plainfield, Indiana. He wants to know, how much physical effort does it take to run well here at Darlington?
Well, the Nationwide car isn't as bad. The race is a little shorter and all that, but the Cup car, it's amazing. I couldn't believe that when I practiced it today. But, you know, these race cars, they get hot, so I'm sure I'll lose a few pounds today and have to put it back on tonight to be ready for tomorrow's race. So I'm ready.
All right, man, thank you very much. Now, Andy's going to talk to your crew chief, Tony Uri Sr.
Hey, Tony, Andy Petrie in the booth. You got us?
10-4, got you.
Hey, Pops, we've been talking about and kind of speculating how this pit strategy might be with this good tire and surface. Let's just get it from somebody who's going to make the call. What do you think? At the end of the race, what are you going to do?
Well, I think we'll just wait and see what goes on here. But the tire, Goodyear brought a real good tire here. There's no wear on it hardly at all. You know, so we'll just play it by ear here and see what happens.
Okay, Tony, we appreciate it. You guys have good luck. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Brad Keselowski starting back in 8th position and trying to get to victory lane for the first time this year. He won twice a year ago at Nashville, Tennessee, and Bristol, Tennessee. Carrying a camera, our over-the-wall crewman tonight is the car chief and jack man for Jason Keller's Ford, John Reese, out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee, in what will be a very congested pit road. There are 7 other cars carrying onboard cameras tonight, including Mike Bliss in the Miccosukee Resort Chevy. He starts back in 19th. He was the fastest car in the final practice session. And Scott Wimmer starts back in 31st, making the first of what will be 6 starts this year, driving the 5 car for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Rick Hendrick. Well, when you come to Darlington, you can't help to talk about history, so let's do just that. First, here's Dave Burns.
Doc, how about some early history for a couple of people in the event tonight? Crew Chief Trent Owens was 6 years old when he first saw a race here. He came here to watch his uncle. Why is that significant? Well, his uncle was Richard Petty, so saw some great racing all the times that Trent came here. His driver tonight, Brian Vickers, had some early history as well in his career. When Vickers was 19, he won his one and only race here at Darlington, and that led to the 2003 Nationwide Series Championship.
And Dave, what about rewriting history? Jeff Burton is trying to carve out his own niche in Darlington lore. He comes into tonight with 4 Nationwide Series wins here at the track Too Tough to Tame, tying him for second on the all-time list with Harry Gant. A win would not only escalate him in the record books, but would also move his organization up as well. RCR, believe it or not, has never won here in Darlington in a nationwide race. Jamie?
Well, Mike, when it comes to history here at Darlington, it doesn't get better than Roush Fenway Racing. 14 wins in the Nationwide Series alone. The winningest car in the stable, the number 60. Mark Martin won 8 times, 1 time by Greg Biffle. Now the man who's behind the wheel in the 60, Carl Edwards, not only has he never won here, he's never led a lap. You can bet he wants to join history tonight. Shannon Spake?
Well, Jamie, in recent history here at Darlington Raceway, one number stands out. That is the 20 team of Joe Gibbs Racing. This team has been to victory lane the past 3 times at this racetrack with Denny Hamlin and Tony Stewart. Tonight it's 18-year-old Joey Logano who looks to make it 4 in a row, and if Logano does go to victory lane, he'll make another kind of history. He will be the youngest driver to win here at Darlington in either series. Doc?
Yeah, well, Shannon, no pressure at all on Joey Logano to try to continue that winning streak of 3 in a row in the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Well, this curved pit road here at Darlington requires a little planning to pick your pits. And Andy, tonight there were some very interesting picks.
Yeah, these guys picked by points because we didn't get to qualify. You see Carl Edwards has the first opening down there on pit road. He's going to be one of our top contenders tonight. And another contender is going to be Jeff Burton. You see, he's picked right here, not an opening, but he's got 2 cars on either side of him that probably won't see the first pit stop, so he'll have plenty of room to get in and out. And obviously, Kyle Busch has the best pit stall on pit road, that #1 pit stall coming off.
We talk about races being won on pit road, specifically coming off of pit road. Andy, where's the critical pit exit line?
Well, you see a lot of lines right here, but it's this line right here that these guys are going to be racing for. It's not going to be this line here or this one over here. These are timing lines. They're racing for that solid yellow line right there.
This race tonight is 200 miles, 147 laps. 1 tank of Sunoco fuel will get you about 55 to 60 laps. And there's the difficult racetrack. Different degrees of banking in this egg-shaped oval. More radius in turns 1 and 2 than 3 and 4. Let's update what's going on with Carl Edwards' car. Dave.
Doc, I don't know what humidity has to do with all these electronics down here, but it can't be good for him. Right now, Carl Edwards, he's giving a signal out the window that indicates he can hear his crew. NASCAR required him to do that. His crew cannot hear from him, though. So right now, Carl's not able to talk back to them, but he'd had to tell NASCAR, at least, I can hear what my crew's telling me.
May have to go old school there with some of the pit signs and do some discussions back and forth. Now, we talked about the favorites today, but let's pick some sleepers here in this field tonight.
I tell you what, I'm going to go with Eric Darnell driving the 6 car. That car has been running good all year long. This is a great break for Eric to drive this thing. I think he'll run good tonight.
Well, we got a guy starting at the back, Scott Wimmer, that's getting an opportunity to drive a really good car for Junior Motorsports right here. Doesn't have a great starting spot, but he is a veteran and he can win a race, and this will be a good place to do it.
What about a rookie back there, Justin Allgaier, in the 12 car? Let's listen into his radio.
I asked him what good getting riled up does anyway.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm not riled up. Not at all. Looking forward to 147 laps tonight. Hey, driver, this is a Picasso tonight. I didn't put it on the dash, but that's what you got to do tonight. A Picasso. You had Da Vinci the other week.
Loud and clear.
Little communication back there with the rookie coming to Darlington for the first time. Well, folks, it rained throughout the middle part of the afternoon. It is a different racetrack than these guys practiced on this morning. How ironic that as we begin Mother's Day weekend, we visit the granddaddy of all NASCAR super speedways, Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. Glad to have you with us here as they come 2 by 2 out of turn 4 to the green flag.
Oh, we got trouble already here.
Trouble, and that is Keselowski down on the inside, and Legacy misses him. So does Leffler in the 1 car. And we don't even make it 1 turn without a spin and a caution flag.
Well, there's no damage at all on Keselowski's car here. That's a huge break. Don't usually wreck down there and not hit anything.
That could have been real big. I mean, everybody was stacking up behind him. They used pretty good caution. And they were still coming up to speed yet, so they really aren't full song yet.
Very congested at the start heading into turn 1. See if we can see the some contact.
He goes for the bottom of the racetrack, and he gets a little nudge from Jason Leffler. And spins him right around. You know, they're just trying to give and take a little bit, and they just missed it by a little bit.
Andy, it looks like he was just trying to go towards a safe part of the racetrack, get down a little bit, you know, and get that first corner done, but got a little too slow in front of Jason.
Jason's had some contact in front of Keselowski also with Darnell.
Frank, you're going to be okay. Straighten it up, straighten it up, straighten it up. Hold it straight. Caution's out. Come on.
It's really kind of a stack up. You see Kenseth, the teammates there, and Darnell get together, and Keselowski kind of cracks the throttle, and Leffler nowhere to go but just into the back.
Little deja vu for 88 car Brad Keselowski. A year ago, he was involved in a very early spin and came back to log a top 15 finish at Darlington. Under caution in turn 1, lap 1 here at the track. Too tough to take.